Gugu gege gugu geun geun. Anyway, if you can remember that famous Radio Nigeria, back in the days, Radio Nigerian, intro news song, then you know be small picking. Well, anything left uncontrolled controls the rest of us. Controlling illegal structures in Lagos is our topic today. Remember, in one of my advocacy, I advised real estate developers and those who were interested in building in Lagos, especially those living abroad, to ensure that compliance with building laws in Lagos, they ensure that they must comply with it. And then also they should avoid flying coordinate. And I specifically want those when government will give approval and then engineer and consultant will say, no, add small here, remove small here, and then it don't mean anything, don't worry. And then those with dilapidated building and houses that when don't bend, that I cannot afford to renovate, that they should relocate, sell and relocate to cheaper places, And because if government demolish and confiscate, then you don't lose the whole place. Lastly, I ask those without approval, especially those when architect and engineer deceive to build without approval, promising to regularize, so take advantage of the state government amnesty program to ensure regularization. But many people say, just they talk anyhow. Maybe they don't pay you to talk. Well, me, I talk my own then. So while we contribute to the chaos in Lagos and then we go close our eyes and then we want a better Lagos, we'll still say Lagos is disorganized and Lagos is smelly. Now, the permanent secretary of Lagos State Building Control Agency, architect Bolaho Oki, has commenced the removal and demolition of illegal structures across the state, following the expiration of the same amnesty program when Asimekuna go embrace that time, amnesty granted by the governor for property owners to regularize their properties or face demolition. Now, the amnesty program don't end. The exercise, they began it in Ogudu recently because the official said, we want to begin from highbrow areas so that when we move to smaller areas, you don't go say, it's only the poor man that will always suffer. So they want to ensure compliance, with state urban planning regulations following the expiration of the amnesty program, which was extended till 31st of December 2024 to allow everybody to regularize their document. Now the time don't pass. According to the agency, not be today the sensitization start, because even me, I try to sensitize people. And so they said the demolition actions follow extensive consultation, public warning, and clear compliance directive. So every building marked for demolition today has been marked since months ago. So according to them, it has stayed. Well, the exercise, they said, is to ensure that property owners and developers adhere strictly to building regulations in Lagos and crack down illegal structure as a way to improve urban planning and safeguard residents from structural risk. Maybe hopefully remove Lagos from the list of disorganized and smelly, area in people's mind. And if you know that permanent secretary, I've always said it, architect Oki, Bolaho Oki. Some people call him a Sake anyway, say they don't remove him here. He and him boys, they know they hear anything. And pray not to fall prey to their abexa, because they know they hear abexa. They emphasize that the state government had provided ample time for property owner to obtain the necessary approval before resorting to demolition, which is expected to extend across various parts of the state as the government works to reclaim public spaces and address environmental degradation caused by unregulated construction. I just pray, say, many of my friends, anyway, most of my friends also, heed the warning. But, however, here are what you need to know about the requirement for getting Lagos State building approval in Lagos. First and foremost, you must acquire the land and then process title document. You go to land registry, register your title document. And then after your title document, then you get your environmental impact assessment, EIA, and then also get the land use planning assessment. They call that one LUPAC. Then physical planning and technical report, PPTRO, and then also the transport impact analysis, TIA. The other document will now include your architectural drawing, engineering designs, electrical and mechanical drawing. Then you now submit your building plan, approval application with all of this, your document. Assessment will follow, and then the approval process will start. They will now give you, what to pay. Yeah, you pay the statutory fee. They will give you approval. And then you commence your construction. Until that, no comments anything, because they will come and just demolish it. And after that, regular inspections will start, the material testing and compliance. That be so that they do it for abroad. That's, how they also want to do it here. However, larger and more complex projects with naturally incur higher costs for both drawings and approval fee. And recently, they also engage, partnered with private, companies to ensure compliance and monitoring. So I know say these people know the joke. So I will therefore advocate to the government now why demolition can serve as a deterrent for builders who fail to take advantage of the amnesty program. I want to ask, what happened to the major consultant, the contractor, subcontractor, even lawyers like me that didn't conduct a proper search? You just do search on, the land search, and forget to also check the survey to check whether they are flying coordinate. What happens to them? How about the architect, the consultant, the structural engineer, the service engineer, the quantity surveyor, the cost consultant, project manager, and other consultant who fail to ensure compliance, ab initio from the beginning, coupled with the government officials who are in charge of the approval and appraisal or monitoring and enforcement of the compliance with the regulation and procedures in the first place. What happened to all of these people? Because these illegal dilapidated structures and unapproved structures and collapsed construction didn't just erect themselves. People erected them, people supervised them, people allowed it, people encouraged it. So if we also take these people along and bring everybody who is culpable in the loop, that way nobody will ensure that all of these things happen, because all of us will be responsible. Well, hate it or like it, I don't talk my own the way I talk am. However, if you want to check out some of those advocacy I referred to, like may Lagos judge all of us, and I still believe that one day Lagos will judge all of us. Just kindly follow us on all our social media platforms showing on your screen, and don't forget to leave a comment. Let's hear from you. For a little fire you live today can leave you without a little tomorrow, which is what we are dealing with now. See you next week.